Chase the money. Chase the money. Chase the money. Chase the money. Be for real. Is your mobile? Okay. Bitch, be for real. Nice. Bubbly, sponsor us.
Some ASMR for you folk.
Dab me up. What the hell is this? Bro's prioritizing the drink. Crisp. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen,
to another episode of the
Unfiltered podcast.
The number one unfiltered podcast in the world.
Fucking existence.
Facts.
That's what's up. Speaking about sponsorships, I don't know if you guys notice. Sure.
We got the Crown teas on today.
I know a lot of y'all who watch us, y'all would also know who Crown is, who Matthias is, and what we do around here.
Mm-hmm.
We starting this up fresh. Today, the website has officially launched, and we've been working pretty close with him, trying to get shit up and going, throwing ideas, all of that. And it's finally live. So go check that out. We have a code and everything. Dab me up because that's pretty sick.
That's so dope.
A code is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Unfiltered 10. I think it gets you $10 off or 10% off. One of the two. Whichever one it is, it's good. So go use that.
And
go abuse
works.
that. And get that company going. Helps us out. Helps him out. Because there's so much potential in this. And we're going to make it skyrocket.
No cap. I just want to give you guys a little intro to who he is for those that don't know.
Go ahead.
Matthias is one of our good friends that started a company that revolves around men's mental health and wellness.
Yes, sir.
That revolves around mental illnesses, any mental problems that anybody has, either if it's like from day to day, just like struggles, or if it's like anything deeper than that. So we kind of focus on that, on helping people that struggle with that. And then the wellness side of it would be anything that revolves around the gym, working out, taking care of your body, eating well, and everything like that, kind of
healthy lifestyle, the aspects of life that revolve around all that thing.
Yeah, exactly. Crown just envelopes all of that.
Yes, sir. I'm super excited for that, to be honest.
It's a super positive cause to follow, and all the T-shirts are crisp. They're very, very, very nice shirts. They don't have like a gross logo that's like heavy. It's very, very, very nice shirt. On the back,
just take the headset off.
Yeah, I'll show you guys the back.
There you go. Stand up for the camera.
So they can see.
Crouch a little bit if they can. Look at that. Sexy shit. Am I right or am I right? It's super dope. I'm really passionate about this project. I'm excited to see where it will go. And just seeing it come to fruition is just like insane.
But yeah, shout out to Matthias. Thank you for the sponsor.
Shout out to Matthias.
And keep on keeping on. Let's run it up for him, run it up for us.
Yes.
Use that code, share that code, tell family to watch the videos. We are in partnership with him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
It's going to be a wild ride.
It's pretty awesome.
So today, let's take care of a few housekeeping things first. Again, if the audio is messy, let us know. If it's good, then it keeps being good.
Yeah.
Still a few things I'm going to mess around with. So I'll give it, what are we, episode 13? I'll give it to episode 17 before it's perfect.
Okay. It's not bad.
Before it's perfect. And from there, we're going to be talking about organization today.
Yeah, let's do it.
Organization. Keeping in that mindset. A lot of y'all are going back to school. I am unfortunately still working, but that applies to me too. Organization isn't just a school thing. A lot of people drop out of that organization mindset once they're not doing something school related, or once it's the summer.
Yeah.
Their lives just completely 180, unorganized, flipped upside down, roundabout, whatever. Which is kind of a shitty way to look at it, if I'm being honest, because organization brings you balance. We might step into routine a little bit and all that other stuff, discipline. I know we've touched upon it earlier in the earlier videos, but it's always a good thing to revisit those ideas, revisit those concepts. I still don't have the book Atomic Habits, but once I read that entire book,
I've heard it's an amazing book.
I've
heard really, really, really good things about it.
I'm definitely going to come back to this topic as many times as it takes, to get the point across.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think organization is the key factor in success. I think without it, there's no structure. There's no nothing really.
Mm-hmm.
Without having your things in order, without having a plan, without communicating with those around you and even with yourself, eventually, and honestly, just from the beginning, with zero organization, you're just gonna implode. You know, there's no shot at success. You know what they say: an idiot with a plan is gonna be more successful than a genius without one. So,
big facts.
Honestly, just make sure that you have the organization. And obviously, we're gonna jump into it. But just be consistent with it. That's like the biggest thing. Having it and then letting it go and coming in and out of it, that's also pointless. Which I know is difficult, especially when, once school gets heavy. If you're an athlete, school, athletics, work, balancing everything in life. Some things are going to struggle, some things are going to suffer. But just make sure that your routine, organization, all that stuff, make sure that stuff's in order and is being taken care of.
Staying on top of it, really. Just literally being organized. Doesn't have to be more complicated than that. Because, to be honest, the reason why I sat down and I said, we're going to talk about organization today is because we recorded this yesterday. By the time you guys will be seeing it anyway.
Yeah.
Right now, it's right now. But that's not necessarily because we're unorganized. It's just 'cause shit happens, right?
We've just been really busy, bro.
Yeah. But at a very base level, this wouldn't be the first time, right?
Yeah.
I was with my friend earlier today. We were at the mall just walking around with someone pick up some fits and whatever. And he was like, yo, dog, what the fuck? And I'm like, that's life. But at the end of the day, don't make it an excuse. Don't make that's life an excuse either, right? Like, I know I say that a lot for a lot of things, but really staying on top of it, because getting all this organized means I don't have to stay up late. I don't have to bang my head up against a wall until I figure something out, and it's 3 a.m. all of a sudden, and all you hear is me click, 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 on Premiere Pro, click, 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 right? It's back in the game, just like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you're organized, everything falls into place, There's no being mad at yourself because you didn't do something on time, When you're organized, it just happens when it needs to happen, when it's supposed to happen, when it was planned to happen. And the issue with not following that regime is that you will beat yourself up over it, which leads to more stress and more issues, and you still haven't even accomplished the goal at hand.
It's a lot more of a struggle.
It is. It's a lot harder.
So much more of a struggle.
It's just like those people in high school that wouldn't do the assignment and then would be either copying from someone else or would be like scrambling last minute instead of just taking the time when they had the time and doing it, right? Procrastination also falls into organization.
Oh, man, yeah. Same realm.
Because if you have a plan, right, there's lots of people that have great ideas, great plans, but then procrastination falls in, and all of a sudden it all falls apart.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not going to lie, I was a humongous procrastinator in high school. I don't even know how I got as far as I did, to be honest, because if I went in depth and explained everything I did right now, you guys would be like, what the actual hell? How are you not stupid?
Yeah, I mean,
just straight up.
I feel like everyone's a little bit of a procrastinator.
Everyone's a little bit of a procrastinator.
It's human.
Telling you, it was bad though.
It's human nature.
That's true.
Like whenever your body and your mind is designed to put you in the most comfortable situation. So if you know you have an essay to do or homework to do, and your phone's right beside you, that's more comfortable. Sitting on your bed on the couch watching shows,
watching TikTok,
going through TikTok. That's a lot more comfortable than doing an essay.
Yes.
So that's just like human nature. But that's why it comes down to reprogramming your mind and your brain and fighting through that and deciding, you know what, we need to stay organized. We had the plan. We need to follow the plan.
Yeah. I'm going to study up a little bit more on the dopamine detox idea before I go full out, start talking about that shit like scientifically.
We'll do an episode next week on it.
Yeah, for sure. But essentially, right, you're just so much happier doing those things, right? Like, I mean, not happier, but the chemical reaction in your brain makes it so you think you're happier, right?
I kind of want to like talk about how to stay organized.
How to stay organized, yeah. Like
for people that may struggle with it.
Yeah, like the first thing, like I said, you just gotta stop cutting the bullshit, because you may be happy on that TikTok, you may be scrolling for hours, but at the end of the day, where's that getting you?
Yeah.
Right? And I don't have to go on a rant about that because I've already done that several times. But base level, right? First thing is just knowing what you need to do, having it laid out in front of you, right? Having that skill to organize yourself and set yourself up for the day, right? And just take it from there, honestly. Just take it from there. 'Cause I got a lot of shit to say. I just got to think about it.
I mean, shit, like, most people, they don't have an itinerary,
Yeah.
and they don't write down their plans and their schedules.
They kind of, because for me, I used to go with the flow. That was my excuse. Like, I go with the flow. I'm cross that bridge when I get there kind of person.
Yeah.
In some aspects of my life, I definitely still am. I haven't cut that shit out entirely. I'm not perfect.
Well, I think it's very important to write down every single move that you make.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that makes it easier to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, map out your day. Hold yourself accountable.
That way you have a purpose,
Mm-hmm.
right? You may have things to do, but if you don't actually write them down, acknowledge them the day before, the week before, the night before, the next morning when you're supposed to be up, it's going to be very difficult to go through with that plan.
And starting your day off productively, right?
Exactly. So, like, organizing an itinerary, and for those that don't know what that means, it's a schedule, a calendar,
Yes.
just something to follow your day-by-day life.
Mm-hmm.
And following it is as close as possible and just having it organized, right? I have my calendar upstairs. I have my calendar on my Mac, on my phone, which I color code depending on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have like running, working
Very
out,
smart.
family, work, miscellaneous, right? Just like a clusterfuck of things.
Yeah.
And, I label those things, and then I have it all there, right? So then I know what I need to do when I need to do it. Same thing with my morning routine. I mapped it out. I told myself this is how long things are going to take you. And then I blocked the time that I would need to get everything done on a perfect day, right? And all those things get done if you make the time. But after the organization is done, then it's actually doing it.
It's the actual putting it into practice kind of thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people get discouraged because they try these things out. They try to get organized. They try to follow through with it. And then the first day, it doesn't go perfectly. Maybe something comes up.
Yeah.
I know that's how I feel sometimes. So I'm just putting on my own personal
lots of
experience
people, they'll
too.
say, like, oh, I could never, have a schedule or, like, map out. Because, like, I don't know. I just have so many things. Like, dude.
I've said that to you before.
Yeah. Like, I just have so many things that could, like, happen. Like, I don't know. I might have to, like, go take the garbage out for my mom or something.
Okay,
like,
chill out.
I don't know. All I'm saying
It's wild.
All I'm saying is that if you just write down your days and follow them as close as possible, that's a W.
Let's talk, like, in practice. Let's talk about the perfect day. Because I think we've come back to the example once or twice, but the perfect day, right?
Yeah.
Outlining what you have to do almost to a T, right?
Well, it's not almost, bro. It is to a T.
Or
it's
to a T.
It's start to finish.
Start to finish.
It's 12 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's I'm going to be sleeping at that point, and then I'm going to wake up at this point, do this at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It is start to finish. Every single hour, every single second, every single minute is booked and related and attached to something. To a goal, to whatever it may be, right?
Mm-hmm. And knowing what you're doing is so important.
Acknowledging
because you're gonna fall through if you don't. Like, again, personal example, I always used to just do. I never had anything set out. And then I'm also super, like, high energy, so sometimes you even forget what you're supposed to do in the first place. So you'll finish one task, and then it's not till the next day that you'll realize, oh shit, I had to do that yesterday, but I forgot entirely.
Well, I sent you that video. I don't know if you looked at it, the ADHD one.
No, I haven't.
So it was like it was a video of this is what it's like to have ADHD, and it was like a first person view.
Oh yeah. Yes, yeah. I did.
And it, like,
that was today. Yeah.
It like showed you, like, first objective, clean up milk on the counter, and then he went over to the paper towel to go get the paper towel, and it said
super NPC movements.
Yeah, and then it said, like, use something more eco-friendly. Went over to the dishwasher, and then it was like, put new objective, put cup away, and then new objective, drink milk, and then new objective, clean out fridge, and then new objective, fill the dishwasher.
And it just piles up.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, fuck. What am I supposed
You
to
haven't
do?
done anything, and you've honestly made more of a mess.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, organizing your day, right, and not making it just a complete disaster, and being productive, getting one thing done is better than getting no things done.
That's why having the perfect day is so ideal, because you're following through with something. And even if some of those things don't happen, it doesn't mean that the rest of the day falls through.
Well, that's
right?
exactly it. 'Cause if you can follow your perfect day, one or half, at least half, 1/3 maybe of the way, that's a good
You're
day.
good. You're in the golden zone.
It's a good day because the small steps towards the big goal, right? 'Cause you're not always gonna have the perfect day, right? That's honestly impossible unless you completely cut yourself off from everything.
Yeah, no, that's
right? People get
crazy.
sick, right? There's family things that need to happen, right? The perfect day is selfish. The perfect day is doing what's best for you.
I like the way you put that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that is what the perfect day is. When you plan your perfect day, you're not saying, "Oh, I'm going to go do this with my family and I'm going to go do that." You're saying like, "I'm going to wake up at this time, I'm going to go to the gym, come home, make breakfast, meal prep, maybe read, do a little bit of work on my computer, maybe read a little bit more, do another little exercise, maybe go for a run, go to work, come home, eat, make some more food, have a nice little bath, stretch to go to bed." Right? And that's that. There's nobody else, no distractions. There's nothing else besides what you need to do for you going on in that day. So like, you obviously can't do that, right? There's people in your life. You have relationships.
Yeah.
You need to account for that. But planning and organizing the perfect day in a selfish manner will then allow you to have those selfish times, but also allow your relationships and other people and influences in your life creep in, because you need that, right?
Because at least you have something.
You need that social something, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I think we should get into that too. Like, organization doesn't just have to be cutting everyone off forever, right? Let's talk about that, because every now and then I've even found myself in the situation where I've planned out the day for myself and I'm just trying to do my own thing.
Those days aren't bad though.
Like, no, but then someone goes and hits me up and's like, "Yo, do you want to go do this?" And they're like, "Oh, come on, bro. Like, you're always doing something," or whatever the hell. And I'm like, valid argument, right? Because you can't be shut off 24/7. You still need to have the social life.
Not 24/7, but I do believe that you need to throw it on a scale.
Yeah. How does that interfere?
Well,
what do you think?
You need to weigh the odds, right? You need to say, like a pros and cons list, right? What are the pros of me going out? What are the cons of me going out? What are the pros of me staying and doing my work? And what are the cons? And every single time, the only con from staying in and doing your work will be that you're not going to go out.
Right.
And the cons of going out are going to be that you didn't stay home and do your work. Right? And that you're missing out on leveling up. But the pros of going out, you get to, see your friends, see your family, whatever it may be, right? Whatever your plans may be. And it honestly just depends what your goals are, right? How quick do you want to achieve your work versus going out? And the way I was raised, you always needed to eat your vegetables before you got dessert. Yeah. Right? So you always need to do your work before you can go out. But for people like you and I, there's always work that needs to be done, right? The plate is never empty.
Right. Exactly.
So at that point, it comes down to, again, weighing the odds, understanding that we're human and that we need those breaks and those times away from the grind, right? It can't be always 100% go, go, go. You need those times to, chill, hang out. But you also can't always be chilling and hanging out, right? And obviously, it's difficult to sway between those mentalities of grind, go, 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 and then like let's just hang out, let's just chill. Like that is a very difficult and honestly a life skill, a life lesson that you acquire over time. And those that like already have it, like props to you, because that is amazing. I'm working on it. For me, it's either 100% go or I'm laying in bed all day.
Yeah,
it's
right.
one or the other.
Like,
It's like I can't like hang out all day and then like go do a bunch of like productive things and then hang out again. Like I just can't.
Like
do
there's
that.
so many times where we'll just be trying to do something relevant in the studio, and then we just end up laughing and watching videos for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, like
so many times.
It's just like difficult.
Yeah.
And who knows? It might be like ADHD or something.
I really am so uneducated about those kind of things.
Yeah,
like I have
idea.
no idea. Like I had someone tell me the other day, well, because sometimes in some instances coffee puts me to sleep. And I had someone tell me that's an ADHD thing. And I was like, really? And I was like, I probably don't have it. And then I went and drank like 3 Red Bulls and I was literally tweaking. So God knows what it may be.
Yeah. I mean,
That's a different thing in itself, though.
again, back to what you were saying. How do you kind of like find a way around that, right? How do you find the middle, right? The happy mean. And like it's all up to what you want to get done, because if your friends are like getting upset with you, mad at you that you're always working, they're not you, right?
Yeah, they don't
understand
exactly.
Right?
They don't understand.
And like you need to surround yourself with people that do understand, right? Like if you or I told you like that, like if we were both put in those situations, we would understand.
Yeah.
But for the most part, most people, they have more fun than they have like, work. And props to them, that's good, that's fun. But for the people that want to be successful, the people that are working,
people who want to get shit done,
that doesn't
to be
work.
honest, bro.
That can't
like
work.
that. You just like I said at the start, you just need to cut the bullshit. That's simply all it boils down to.
Yeah.
Because if you're always saying tomorrow, nothing's ever gonna get done. Because you want to keep having fun. You want to go out every day, or want to go drinking to the bar every night. Like you're just not gonna find the mindset if you're not actively trying to seek it out.
Well, dude, the people that go to the bar Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and then they're recovering Sunday.
Like what?
That's 4 out of the 7 days that we are given in a week.
That's crazy,
right?
Like how do you trap that hard? First off,
and not only that, you're losing time, valuable time. You're losing money, right? So time and money. And if time equals money,
literally the easiest formula, guys. Come on.
Like you're literally just
wasting your time, bro.
Wasting your money. Like
Y equals MX plus B. That's what's out here.
And that's honestly how I like play my moves. Is if I was getting paid for this, would it be worth it?
Yeah.
Right? And yeah, it's
most of the time it's like, nah. And
like why would you I just don't understand. It just seems like such a waste of time.
Yeah, you were saying earlier like the whole friends aspect of it and the social life, and because organization also requires a certain amount of balance, right? Because if you're always staying organized, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. If you're always on top of it, always being selfish, or always just sticking to your guns, that's sooner or later you're probably gonna burn out, right?
Well, that's why you need to incorporate the balance.
Yeah.
Right? Like being organized and always being go. That's like two different things, right? You can get your things done, right? And that's when it comes down to not wasting time and being organized, because you can get a lot of shit done in a day where you don't get distracted, you don't go on your phone, and you can have like that's actually I want to talk about this really quick. A little side note. That's actually a really really bad thing about being distracted and getting distracted from your tasks is you'll be working and then you'll lose half an hour, 45 minutes to going on your phone, right? But the issue, but listen, the issue with that is that you're not purposely going on your phone. You're not purposely relaxing. You're just distracted, unaware of your actions. And the issue with that is that you'll go back to your work and you won't feel rested. You won't feel like you've had a break. So realistically, you haven't actually consciously like accepted the moment and actually soaked in that you were resting and having a break from your work. So realistically, your brain is still burnt from the length of time, and you'll go back to your work and you'll still be not able to focus. That is like the biggest thing that I've noticed in the last couple months. Whenever I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything today, is like, I'm so exhausted, but like, why? And it's because you never actually acknowledged and like told yourself, okay, this time is slotted for relaxing.
Yeah.
And you need to acknowledge that, the fact that right now you're chilling, and then tomorrow is a really heavy day to work. You're going to work hard. And then the next day we're going to have a little bit of a balance, right? We're going to have a select time to consciously work, and then a select time to consciously relax.
Yeah.
And actually taking in the fact that you are not working and that you have the time slotted for your mind to
cool down.
To cool down, exactly. But when you don't actually think about that, you're not actually cooling down.
Oh.
And I've noticed that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, because you can literally, like I said, get distracted for hours, and you'll come back and you'll be like, oh, I had so much time to like chill.
Yeah.
And you'll still like feel like that buzz. But if you
Right.
actually sit down and just like meditate, or just like consciously allow yourself to realize what you're doing purposefully for
Purposely,
5 minutes.
purposefully and consciously, like,
For 5 minutes?
just not distract yourself, but distract yourself.
Exactly. If you can do that for 5 minutes over scrolling for 3 hours, it will
Yeah.
be so much more beneficial.
Yeah. 'Cause that's so true, man. Like, there's so many times where I'll be grinding away, and all of a sudden I'm on my phone, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
And you
What?
didn't actually like mean to.
mm-hmm.
And you may be like, because I've told myself, oh, like I've had my break, like I'm good to go and do what I need to do now.
Yeah.
But you like really didn't have your break.
No, you were just there for the sake of being there.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying. It's like you're not in the right mindset. Like, your brain is still on go mode, but you yourself, you're kind of like lagging behind.
You're just on
almost.
autopilot. You're just like-
Exactly.
Cause you're just doing what's comfortable.
Yeah.
But realistically, you're not actually,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And I used to do
present.
that. I used to do that so much to the point where it'd be bad. Like, I'd be like working. Let's say essay, working on it. I grab my phone. I'm distracted. I hop back on it, and everything's a mess.
Yeah.
Now my brain is jumbled. My brain is fried. I'm like, what am I supposed to do now? Kind of thing.
And then you're just like, I should just go to bed. Like it's late. I'm tired.
Literally.
And
Literally.
I just wrote an intro paragraph in 4 hours.
That is so facts.
And you're just like, shit.
Yo, let's try and cut that shit out, y'all, for 2022, for the remainder
real,
of this
that's an
year.
issue.
Anybody watching this, man, listen to what we're saying. Take that consciousness into effect, man,
It's fucked.
'cause that's just crazy. And then hopping back a little further back to the whole friends thing, as I was saying, right? You also have to realize that the pros and cons idea that you were saying as well. Sometimes it is a pro to go out because you want to develop your social skills, right? You want to go out and be extroverted. Like for you
Yeah.
and me,
Yeah.
like we're chilling, right? We have a healthy balance, but some people really don't have that healthy balance at all.
Well, they don't realize that they don't.
Yeah.
Right? They might think that, oh, this is good. This is great. You know, I'm living life. I'm going to get a 9 to 5 and, you know, I'll work and I'll be able to have, you know, my little boy and my little girl, and we'll get a boat and we can go to Sylvan every weekend. You know, like, and they're okay with
Hell
that. Like
nah.
that's just like that's the blueprint.
Yeah.
That's it, right? And then we'll die and get buried together, you know?
Yo, y'all who want more than that, go get more than that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
like-
So what you're saying is that organization is also being consciously aware of what you're doing.
Yeah,
I
because
like that point a lot. Like I feel like I've never heard that been put that way ever, to be honest.
well, because
That's
can,
like so smart, dude. Fuck, that's so smart. Oh my days.
because bro, like you can have things to do, but like not actually like being there, you know, mentally.
Yeah. Like
Like-
being aware, being in the moment, like just doing is just literally just doing. Like you
Well,
said,
I
it's
took-
autopilot.
I took a meditation and relaxation class,
Okay.
and it was first semester, first year of college. And I hated that class so much. I'd always fall asleep. But I would always read through the notes afterwards.
Yeah.
And the biggest takeaway from those 4 months that I was there were you need to be present.
Yeah.
You need to do everything with purpose, with meaning. You can't just do to do, right? When it's time to work, it's time to work.
Mm-hmm.
And you do that with purpose. You work with
Mhm.
purpose. And when it's time to relax, you relax with purpose.
Yes.
And when it's time to see your family and friends, you engage purposefully. You don't just engage because it's something that people do. You don't just work because it's something that people do because you need money. And you don't just relax because you're bored and you're on your phone.
Yeah.
You do it because there's underlying benefits that will really will help you.
Yeah.
Like if you're aware of what you're doing, you'll feel so much better about
God
yourself.
damn, I can't wait to go back to college. This is revolutionary shit right here.
It's sick.
That's wild.
It's amazing.
I've honestly, I don't think I've ever heard it been put that way ever.
That's
like,
why
well, like when you go to school and you sit there, especially through a high school, they just tell you, be organized, do your homework on time, do this A, B, C. They never really tell you, hey, when you're doing your homework, actually consciously be there. Maybe I might have heard a few teachers say that, but that's irrelevant besides the point because I forgot it, obviously. But like now it's like, damn.
It makes so much sense.
Like, be consciously doing something or else you're not really doing anything in the first place.
The mind and body need to work together.
Oh.
Right?
Yes, sir.
The body without the mind is just, autopilot.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Smartly put. That's crazy.
It's amazing.
That's sensational.
It's pretty sick.
That's sensational. I think that's a good note to cut it. I think that's a good note. I don't know if we were talking for a while there or not, but that ending it off on that just makes sense.
I agree.
That's wild. I feel so enlightened right now. I'm gonna go for a jog. I'm gonna go do yoga. I'm gonna meditate on my car.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, meditation might sound like the oldest people, like Gandhi. like whenever people hear meditation, they're like,
to be honest, that's what I think about when people say meditate.
Well, it's because in the world we live in.
Okay, no, let's cut that out. We're not stopping it here. Keep going. You're onto something here.
Yeah,
I like this.
In society and in the world we live in, meditation isn't necessarily frowned upon.
Yeah.
But it's viewed as like,
it's just like, what the hell? You're like sitting in a room staring at the roof or whatever.
Yeah,
you have your eyes closed for an hour.
What's
wrong with
misconstrued?
you? Yeah. Misconstrued.
Misconstrued.
Yeah.
It's
misconstrued.
Misconstrued. It's misunderstood.
Yeah.
And it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
Right? If you wake up in the morning and you close your eyes and you think about nothing, but you actually like consciously think about nothing, your brain will feel so refreshed and you'll feel ready to soak in a new day, right? Instead of like focusing on what was.
See, that's just such a hard concept for me to understand. I feel like my brain's always on go.
It's a clean slate.
How do you get into that? How do you just close your eyes and then just, like, I've tried it. Like, I've just sat down.
Personally, you need to just one of my techniques, I think about a lined piece of paper, like school paper.
Yeah.
Right? And that's all that's in frame is just that paper. And then I erase the lines.
Visualization is a powerful thing.
With my mind.
Yeah.
Now there's a blank white piece of paper.
Yeah.
And there is nothing on the paper.
Yeah.
And that is what I'm thinking about.
That's it.
There's no thoughts. There's nothing but a blank piece of paper.
You're just fixated on something that is nothing.
Exactly.
I like that idea.
If you can like find.
That's what I do to go to sleep.
Yes, that's what I used to do to go to sleep, and that is essentially meditation.
Mm-hmm.
If you can turn your mind off completely and think about nothing. Find something that is nothing to think about.
Yes.
And I've tried, thinking about like certain, like I've tried like the word nothing, but like
that doesn't do it.
Then my brain just like sets
Bro,
up
when
a
I was
whole,
10 years old,
it's
I used
just
to try counting sheep to go to bed.
That I always think about like TV shows and stuff. Like,
that sucked.
Yeah, I can't do that.
That was horrible.
The blank piece of paper has always been like the best thing for me.
I remember telling my friend Gwen this in grade 9 cuz she was telling me, "Yo, I can like never sleep." And I said, "Yo, just think about the color white." Yeah. That's what I used to do.
Yeah.
The color white, bro, is so like, I don't know if it's just 'cause you grow up learning that white is a certain way or color or whatever, but something about the color white is just so powerful.
Black wouldn't work.
No.
Any other color of the rainbow wouldn't work.
No. Just
white.
White
is the only
just
one.
Like,
yeah.
You just, you go Zen mode or whatever the fuck, right? It's crazy.
It's exactly that.
It's great. And then she tried it and she was like, "Yo, that was actually the smartest thing ever." I'm like,
yeah. So we both use this and have never like talked about it.
That's true.
But like we've never like planned it out or anything, but we both used it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Literally one night, I don't remember when I was younger, I just went, how about I think about the color white? And then I just passed out.
Or another thing I'll do if I can't fall asleep is I'll try to, like, there's certain things in my mind that I can't imagine. So I'll like force my brain to like work on it. Like for the longest time, I couldn't picture myself doing a backflip. And like I don't know why, but I just couldn't. Like I just
Yeah.
couldn't get the idea. I'd always land on my head. I'd always land on my back. Like
Yeah.
I just couldn't land it in my head.
Yeah.
And I'd just focus so hard that I'd just fall asleep.
On just not being able to do something.
Yeah.
And you just
Like
croaked.
like just focusing on just something that your brain can't
Comprehend.
do. Right?
Can't do. You think we can't comprehend the color white?
I think we
That's a little too philosophical.
I think we can't comprehend what we want to understand the most.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about it with it like the color white isn't the color white every single color?
Yeah.
It's like the whole spectrum. That's what makes it white light.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we learned that in physics.
Yeah. If you think about it that way, right? It's almost like you're overloading your brain with the color white 'cause it's just so much that it just makes you go blank.
I know whenever I think about the color white, like, and nothing else can intrude on that thought.
It's just so powerful. Fuck,
Yeah.
we're ranting about the color white right now.
It's pretty funny.
The color white, bro.
I think that's a good place to cut it.
Yeah, I think just thinking about white just killed my brain, to be honest, right then and there. I just started looking at that light over.
I was looking at that one.
I was like,
actually, really, really quick.
Go.
Meditation.
Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep.
It's not like a fucking nerdy old people thing to do.
Yeah.
It is a thing to keep your mind
I'm gonna start trying
balanced and aware and in the moment.
It'll
and
help.
present.
It'll help
you know?
with organization because you're gonna be organized and you're gonna follow through on a fresh mind.
Exactly.
You're not gonna follow through on a mind that's overloaded, and then you're gonna do the first task in the day, and you're gonna go, okay, I don't want to do shit anymore.
Well, like, you're not gonna be. Let me think about this. You need to empty the tank before you can refill it, right?
Yes.
In your car,
Yes.
right? It needs to be empty, fully empty before you can refill it. Not like actually, but just think about it that way for a second.
Yeah.
Same thing with your mind in the morning. You need to empty it completely from what you experienced yesterday, and you need to get ready to fill it up with what you're going to experience.
Yeah.
My grandma used to always say, every day's a new day to learn something new, right? So going to school, you need to be ready to soak in that information. And same with your everyday life. You need to have a clean slate to work on, right? If every single day we made a new drawing on the same piece of paper, you wouldn't be able to distinguish anything.
That's a good ass analogy. What's with this guy and the good ass analogies today? This is wild. Bro, I feel like you're my teacher right now. No cap. I'm sitting here, I'm like, write that down. Write that down.
Yeah.
That's wild stuff.
It's a good one.
That's a really good one. No, what you're saying is true. Like, if you think about it in the way that if you want to drive your car, if you need to take your car somewhere, it needs to reach empty before you can keep going, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or like a sponge. Literally just think of your brain as a sponge. If the sponge is full of water, you can't soak in more water.
You need to wring it out so it can get filled up again.
So it can get filled up again.
Exactly.
Motherfucker. That's crazy.
And that's essentially what meditation does.
Boom.
We'll have to have a whole separate episode. But
yeah,
regardless,
we'll try that out.
Stay organized this school year. I know school's starting like in a couple days for
on
you guys.
Top of that, guys.
So you know what? Stay focused. Stay organized. Don't slip up. Don't
if there's
start the race
there,
strong and finish like shit. You know, start strong, finish stronger is what all my coaches have always said. So yeah, I don't know. Just take
if there's anyone out there from the U.S. also, I know you guys probably started school already. I know I have a few friends over there who tell me, yo, what's good? Yo, stay on top of it.
Yeah, facts.
Just literally key takeaways from this episode. We're going to throw it out there for you. Wake up, reset your mind. Think about the color white. Try that. Think about the blank piece of paper that this guy was thinking about. Picture the lines disappearing. Picture something, right? Because when you try to picture nothing, it just doesn't help.
No, picturing. I always think about a giraffe for some reason.
Yeah, no. What
do you think about when you think about nothing?
When I think about nothing,
I always think about Madagascar. I don't know why. I always think about like that one scene where Moto likes you. I don't know why.
Because that's just so stupid.
It's so weird.
It's so dumb.
And then I just see him like coming out like it's so weird.
You're just
bro.
like, what?
Yeah, literally. I'm like, what is happening right now?
When I think of nothing, I genuinely just think of nothing. I don't know. It's weird. But anyway.
But like when you tell yourself to think of something, your brain will instantly think about that,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like I guess like if I tell you like giraffe, you probably see a giraffe.
Giraffe.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You
long
probably
neck,
probably see one in your
eating
head right now
grass
instantly,
on a tree.
right? If I say don't think about like broccoli.
I don't think about broccoli.
Exactly.
Oh,
And
that's a powerful thing, actually. That's something to get into.
That's just the psychology side of that. You need to.
We need a psych major on here. Okay.
Yeah, we do. You need to use that.
Okay. Enough ranting. Stay on top of it. Picture nothing in the morning. Picture nothing when you go to sleep. Stay on top of your schedule. We have been shooting this now on an iPhone 13 Pro Max. So tell us if the quality is good. I'll probably notice if it's not, but anyways.
Here's hoping.
4K. Super nice. Upgrades all around. MacBook. Editing's going to be done super
128
Be excited.
gigabytes of space. No empty phone. 4
Be excited, bro.
K.
We're not lacking.
4K.
Unfiltered.
Out.
Unfiltered. What the fuck was that? Hey, Chris.
Bye, guys. Good luck with school. Love you all. Also, I got a new haircut.
Look at that. I forgot to bring that up. Hey, get him in frame. Look at hey. Show the crown shirt. Come on. Show the crown shirt one more time. Oh, that was loud as fuck. For the one time. Look at that crown shirt. Sponsored. Or not really sponsored. Partnership with Crown. Check Crown out. Description.